Round 14 of Allianz Premiership Women's Rugby saw 4 action-packed games before a mid-season break. Bristol Bears and Saracens faced off in a top 4 clash in the West Country. A first for Sale Sharks as they entertained Trailfinders at the Salford Community Stadium. While Loughborough Lightning made the trip to Exeter to face the Chiefs. But we begin under the lights at Kingsholm as Gloucester Hartpury welcomed Harlequins. Commentary comes from Nick Heath.
Tuima. Oh, looked like she was winding up the big one, but it was the soft one instead for Heather Cowell, and it's Heather Cowell against Lakey George. There's only one winner. Heather Cowell getting through, but Mohan coming across to make the tackle. Captain's responsibility. Quins can reload. It's Tuima away for Scott. Scott that time met by George. Harlequins will wonder how they haven't scored yet. So close. It's Brown for the line and for the score. Going for the line, Natasha Hunt is there, gets the chance to feed away and the ball is in. Super score, Sarah Beckett. Mohan out for Muir, and now it's Muir who's stepping through. More Muir for the line, what a score! This time Lochner getting awfully close to South African, accompanied by her fellow countrywoman Laksha. Now they go back to the other side where they're absolutely queuing up, and Heather Cowell can score Quinn second. Not much that Hendy could do about that. Lewis. 18 tackles against Exeter Chiefs, but it's carrying she's doing. As is Sarah Beckett, and Beckett's in for her second. Beckett driving towards the line. Or was it going to be the Beckett hat-trick? Knew she was going to be short, so now Lakey George, they pop it up. It's Singh looking for Metcalf. Metcalf for the corner. Gloucester Hartpury have their 4th try. Bonus point secured. Hunt, George, over the top. This for Hendy. Hendy to finish against Cowell. Hendy will beat her there. Hunt for George. Dummy offers. Singh. Mayhew had to come in and shut that down, but Neve Jones is there to be able to offer that to Metcalf, who goes inside and outside, and Metcalf will score her second. And Gloucester Hartpury are tearing their way through Harlequins. This is Gloucester Hartpury. They've got the ball at the back. Mohan is very happily going to just guide this over from here. Jones is there. Try number 7 for Gloucester Hartpury. Connie Powell, she has a little look. They might just keep it tight and try and get themselves over that line, which they're beginning to do. Powell drops down, and Harlequins have their 4th try. Steph Else, former Scarborough RFC, now the big one wound up on the outside. Is this going to be a chance for Metcalf to race another one in? She's looking to get round on the outside. Metcalf with the hat-trick to cap off a super night at Kingsholm. Gloucester Hartpury 57, Harlequins 24.
We all know what we've got and the talent we've got in this group, and if we fall behind, I think that just pushes us. We can come back stronger, and I think we showed that today.
Next to Shaftesbury Park, where 4th place Bristol hosted Saracens, who are 2nd in the table. Sarries had won each of the previous 12 Premiership matches between these teams, but a shock for them early on as Phoebe Murray gave the Bears a huge boost. And still with only 6 minutes played, they struck another big blow to extend their advantage to 14 points, thanks to this converted try from Renika Bonner. But Saracens are the leading scorers in Premiership Women's Rugby this season, and they reacted well to those early setbacks. A quickly taken penalty by Leanne Infante created the opportunity for their first try of the game. 14-10 at the break, so who would push on to victory in the second half? Saracens had won the reverse fixture 32-10, but this was turning into a very different encounter and Bristol were on top. A powerful maul emphasised the Bears' determination not to let their advantage slip. Lark Atkin-Davies carried the ball over the line and the gap had grown again. The home side then switched from power to precision for the next try. A delicate chip from Holly Aitchison gathered by Murray. Now it was 28-10. Saracens were heading for only their second defeat of the season, and a wonderful afternoon for Bristol was finished off in style. Bonner matching Murray's 2 tries for the afternoon. Bristol Bears 35, Saracens 10. To Sandy Park now, where Exeter Chiefs took on Loughborough Lightning, and the home side began strongly, with tight head prop Dalika Menin showing off her tremendous pace and strength in the 12th minute. It was her 5th try of the season, and her 3rd in the last 4 matches. But Loughborough Lightning came into this game off the back of a vital victory over Sale Sharks. They won that one by 38 points to 15, and they were on the scoreboard in the West Country after 16 minutes. They worked their way to within striking distance of the try line and then patiently waited for the perfect moment. Despite some brave defending from the Chiefs, that moment finally arrived for captain Rachel Malcolm. Exeter had been forced into an early reshuffle after Katie Buchanan went off injured, but they clearly had an excellent replacement in Japan international Kaneko Kobayashi, and she was determined to make the most of her opportunity. That try restored the lead. They'd won the previous 3 league meetings between the sides, and they were heading for another victory, as this converted tap-and-go try from Hope Rogers put them 12 points ahead at the break. Exeter's try bonus point arrived early in the second half. Kobayashi's second of the afternoon similar to the first, as the ball was expertly worked out to the wing. Then, as the game entered the final 20 minutes, a big moment for Nicola Friday, as she found the perfect way to celebrate her 50th appearance for Exeter Chiefs, on hand to make the most of turnover ball from a lightning scrum. Exeter had won the first meeting between the sides 27-19 back in December, but this was turning into a more emphatic success. Clee Maloney got the next try, her 6th of the season. And with just a couple of minutes left, the home side got their 7th of the afternoon. Maloney was heavily involved again. Her line-out throw set up the attacking position, and strong carries from both Maloney and another replacement, Harriet Miller-Mills, helped them drive towards the line. They seemed certain to go over, but when they were held up just short, they went for the wide option, with Kobayashi finding herself in familiar territory to complete her hat-trick and wrap up the scoring, as it finished Exeter Chiefs 43, Loughborough Lightning 7. Finally, to the first ever Premiership Women's Rugby match to be staged at the Salford Community Stadium, as Sale Sharks in blue here took on Trailfinders. And a big occasion soon had a moment to remember. USA international Kate Zachary with a fantastic solo try. It was the ideal start for Trailfinders, as they looked to bounce back from a heavy defeat to Bristol Bears, and they gradually stretched away from their opponents as the first half unfolded. Rosie Inman forced her way over in the corner for try number 2, before an overthrown line-out from the Sharks gave Emma Swords the chance to hold off a couple of challengers and make it 19 points to 0 at the break. So a tough 40 minutes for Sale Sharks, who were desperate to end a run of 10 successive defeats, a sequence stretching back to November, and they did their best to get back into the match in the second half. After almost 30 minutes without any further scoring, they turned on the power, and this impressive line-out maul put Trailfinders into reverse. The inevitable outcome was a try for the home fans to celebrate, scored by Nicole James. But Trailfinders didn't take long to reassert themselves. The bonus point try was Zachary's second of the afternoon, as she caught the ball at the back of the line-out and was unstoppable from 5 metres out. The final try of the afternoon was scored by the home side with just a minute left, as this catch and drive allowed them to surge forward again. Niamh Swales dotted down under a pile of bodies. But it was the away side who won the game, their 4th league victory of the season, as it ended Sale Sharks 10, Trailfinders 26. As we've just seen, Trailfinders winning away from home. In fact, they were the only team to be successful on the road in round 14. Exeter Chiefs, Bristol Bears and Gloucester Hartpury all made the most of home comforts. And thanks to their victory over Harlequins, the defending champions have secured themselves a home semi-final. Their lead at the top of the table has grown to 14 points. Chiefs and Bears are both closing in on second-place Saracens. At the bottom, Sale Sharks are 5 points adrift of Leicester. Allianz Premiership Women's Rugby now goes into an international break before returning with round 15 in May. 3 games on Saturday the 11th, and then on Sunday the 12th, Loughborough Lightning host Gloucester Hartpury.